나갔지. 몸이 너무 뻑적지근하다. 뭐야, 금방 죽었다. 잘가. 나 이런 거 존나 싫은데. 아이, 왜 우리 팀만 장애인이 있어?
The front of this quarterly journal features because white antlers are one of the symbols of communism. They represent a society in accord with the natural world and at the same time above it. A shameful way to treat a former king, even one as underwhelming as Frissel. To your disappointment, after rifling the magazine is divided into several sections. International Comrade, as you know, this journal takes its name from Mazov's immortal expression, Du Christa, but like the structures of capitalist ideology, we too are at risk. So please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective, you flip back to the front of the magazine. The table. This section includes you also skip over an face it. You really are. You flip back to the front of the. It takes a moment, but as you leaf through this section, you come across several reviews of recent radio. The main feature, though, is a long essay. The actual article is surprisingly light on details. If you don't follow it, you only ever hear about the ludicrous sponsorships and you think you're settling in for a relax. Instead, you find where to even start. For one, there's the crass commercialism of its sponsorship. Oddly enough, there's no. Have you ever met anyone? And that precisely is what, at the end of the day, it's the destruction of these 7. Sure, you think that. This flimsy magazine, that's because you haven't been reading critically. But
Ah, come on. Can this article read your mind? A certain kind of young man reads 1 or 2 books, and if I had to wager...
You flip back to the front of the magazine. Unsurprisingly, you skim the headlines. Finally, there's a brief article by the writer, G. Martin, accusing the owner of the Cape Side apartments of illegally attempting to evict us. According to these editorials, there can be no judging from the context. You flip back to the front of the magazine. Volumetric shift compressor.
Bastards! We have a right to work! Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down. We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have good. We're fighting for a cause here.
Right to work! Right to work!
Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Sure. Rights of people, rights of workers, to have gainful employment. Maybe you should ask them the questions. Like, we have families to feed you.
So do we, Scott.
We were promised work. We'd be in there. Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean, why don't you go arrest?
It would be better for the neighborhood.
No! They will give up eventually. Honest men and women with right. We came here to help the harbor.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No.
A lorry stuck. The windows are clear. They've been recently. The back end of the cabinet.
Racist, likely, yes.
He was acting tough before. Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone. The frequency tableau lights up, and a green button labeled the soft purr of electrical.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st precinct here. I'm putting him on.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Of course. What is her number, officer?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Received. Hold on, officer.
Give it a minute. She might be busy at the moment. Takes a bit to get to the phone.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello? Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
There is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her out. No question about it.
No, not me. No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the union's phone, or the one...
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the union already knew about the court. No one calls the police. The union would get angry. You know, what the union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here. I don't know what to tell you, officer. I didn't call you because I didn't want to get in trouble with the others. Yeah, go on. You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir. Maybe, I don't know. I just know I have to take some time off right now. Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun, detective. You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating and...
Sounds like it's going to be bad. Do you really want to know?
You were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes. It got pretty graphic.
People tried to back away from you, or even slip out of the door. But you screamed, "I am the goddamned law, and you have to listen to me. You are all suspects in a murder investigation." There is silence on the other end of the line.
Me neither. No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like, "Big bucks cannot lie," and "Guns can't buy money, but money can..." It almost looked like you pawned it. But believe me, I did not ask. No, absolutely not. I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
No, she doesn't have a problem with you. It must be someone else she's angry about. Some other guy. Like God. Trust me, you wouldn't want to be. No, you're the guy. You're Lieutenant Love. What misogyny? I'm just telling you, have to act. Think you can do that, Lieutenant Love?
No. What?
Big Papa is happening.
Oh God. Please, just stay out of my life.
What? What is it?
Call was terminated by the other party. Anything else, officer?
It's on. The love quest is on. Too late, everyone.
57th, over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering, a metallic drawer.
Take what you need, officer.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is work. The pry bar feels nice and cold and heavy. Useful for opening alls. The handles are long and it's robust. Lets you pull out toolbox, slides back. The white suede feels luxurious as you tap on.
There's no use pressing the heat.
Translation. Alternative translation.
뭐야? 스위치야? 무게 같은 생겼는데. 이게 뭐야?
Hello again, sweetie.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. The cobalt blue surface. The door does not budge.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads? Yes, I suppose it's worth seeing if we can get in. Just to be thorough. Hardly. Anyway, Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
A thin man is smoking below, and as you step in, he nods. It must be his name. Goran. The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air. He looks up at you, then looks away quickly, shrugging and muttering something to himself. Shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's behind that door. The mention of mañana gets his attention. He smiles and delivers a whole slew of unfamiliar words and lively gestures. The man says a couple of sentences in that strange language of his. Just one word. Sounds quizzical.
Horse need more vodka?
Okay, so it's vodka that keeps the...
Of course, vodka. Turning it up seems like a dangerous idea. Honestly, the place is a powder keg. The cook gives you a long, inspecting look. Then he smiles. It's almost like music.
Can I help? Yes. Have you got it? A lot. For the room and broken window, 100 real. Like what? I was rarely enjoying talking about the money. What thing? Oh yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it or some boring storage space with a bunch of...
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely...
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave... So, I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though. Oh, yes, not the whole damn unit. They...
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. We don't.
You glance at the clock on the wall behind the manager. Huh.
Good question.
They're probably getting drunk or protesting something somewhere. Or laying low after the, you know, lynching. They probably fucking killed that guy or something.
I have a feeling we'll make their acquaintance.
What?
By the way, you should come back to this
Absolutely out.
absolutely in the question. First we find a sad banger.
God.
Oh, but he should be. Lay it on him.
너무 심한 거 아니야?
Wonderful.
It is.
What? What does that mean? Cock carousel? God, does it mean you talked to her? What else did she say about me?
What else do you need? He looks at you, spinning your arms, then leans on the corner and sucks.
She broke the bird, you know. The great skewer. I found it on the ground with the I should have known. It was her way of telling me to piss off. I should stuff it up my arse.
Or you broke the bird. It can also be that. Yes, the bird is connected to this. It's a symbol of hope, and she broke it.
Huh. Cock carousel. I think I understand now. They ride the cock carousel until the clock runs out. Here, have the rest. Now, let me have a drink and think about this shit for a moment.
And there we have it. Isn't that beautiful? You see a heavy steel door. The door does not. The door does not. The door is closed. There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on. A tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you. The door is closed. This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan. The switch must be broken because the lights are off again. The bed is cold and not particular. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, the door, your hands, however skillful, can't manage this task on their own. You should get your chain cutters out. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face. The chain cutters slip out of your hands as you attempt to twist the faucet into place. Well, a mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. This fan has two chain pulls. The lights are on. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. The window stands broken in its... The morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy, but the morning light hurts your eye. The morning light hurts your eyes. The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came. A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right, more likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling. It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. The shoe you found on the balcony fits the hole almost as well as your foot. Congratulations. You smashed the window with your own shoe. You mean someone else took your shoe off and smashed the... And maybe, just maybe,
키츠라기 경위 몰래 해야 할 일이 있나요? 뭐가 있다는 거야? an old call box, an off-key melody.
Who knows? Please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid games. Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I thought you were... But the doorbell is broken, and the bookstore shouldn't even be on the list.
A single beep indicates you ring the... What an ominous name for a hair. Just seeing the words, Andro Orlando, all you hear is static. But no, you ring the doorbell. You wait for a minute or two. Looks like someone has melted half the plastic off with a lighter. The doorbell. You hear static from the intercom speaker.
Yes, hello. This is Tracy.
She sounds almost antique, as if her voice was being played off an...
Oh my God.
The lieutenant...
It's you.
It's a woman, and she knows you. Your heart beats fast.
Michelle, just please.
Sounds like a ghost. Wind blows through your...
Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care. Ever since I came to work here,
A spot of static overrun.
it's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally...
She sounds like the cold is deep under your skin, as if you were talking to someone who's up. She doesn't answer. Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves washing ashore on the bay. Another seagull passes by.
It must have been some kind of faulty wiring. We should maybe stop playing with this.
You press the number sign on the keypad that terminates the call. 12 name cards. Silence. No one's home. Silence. No one answers the doorbell. Nothing happens after you ring the doorbell. They don't want to talk to you. Silence. No one answers your call.
Fucking Kuno.
The fuck about it? You're testing... Get lost! Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno? Look at that fucking shit! You're trying to get Kuno killed! Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno's not a fucking acrobat!
The lieutenant takes a quick note in his notebook.
Dunno. Kiptas gardener used to work there. Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno can take it. Look it up in the library. Kuno's not a fucking dictionary. Fucking small brain. Kuno means the gardener, alright? Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit.
Yeah, her.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. The fuck do you want with it? Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom.
He's on your crime scene.
Trying to fuck at the Kuno. Kuno gonna fuck you up.
Normal is not what we got here. You've got...
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Hello again, officer. How are things?
There's a pile of cheap sunglasses.
You like?
Stylish shades, huh? Abort. These...
Damn, officer!
They're perfect for concealing.
No, you are definitely not buying those.
Are you sure? But they look so good on you!
You see two...
I can see you.
Speaking of luxury, you should... A pair of found
Those sneakers, miss...
Only? That's madness. These ones...
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look. No, don't pity them, officer. These are old. No way, officer. These aren't for sale. They're bad. That's right, officer. You're a high class...
If he really wants to save the economy, he'd let you pay with net worth. Something cold grazes your hand. This jacket, practical and
Good choice, officer. Mega sporty. And it's only for gotta prepare for springtime, right?
this panel you typical Martinez streetlight sits the light pole as this would make quite.
Yes, officer.
His manner is casual.
It was brought to me.
We are not here to investigate. You have to admit it's rather clever.
700 real.
A bargain? No, it's not. He's trying.
Hey, I don't know where it came from, but it's not every day.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Everything you pick out see big men on big horses.
Franco-Nigerian knights.
They're not all blue. These figurines.
Which ones? Ah, those.
This set of soldiers.
You're probably. I think their poverty has been exaggerated. Maybe. It's what can I do?
His courtesy is not insincere, but
I haven't had any
Who are you?
All kinds of people come. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from. It keeps me
entertained. He might be high. If he is, on what? Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to a drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects.
Why on earth? These are prescription. I can't really see without them. Rolodon is just something I was with the emergency relief brigade.
He's taken for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
There's a reason why everyone's tried to fix so much disappointment. No one's.
So much.
A bunch of poor people built them. We were an all
tough son of a.
I lived by the. There wasn't much the a bad idea. Some poor. The cleanup happened, so I came to Martinez. I like the theory more than the story.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
I doubt it. I do my best to keep my distance.
No one likes to see what you have to see. The pawnbroker's gaze is already.
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question.
What? The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another. Alert.
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were undeserving of a service weapon, and I don't like keeping guns around. She didn't seem like a policeman. Although she kept referring to herself as a truth be told, she was terrified.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the citizens' militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it? Yeah, it's not good. I do hope we manage to clean this mess up somehow.
My apologies, officer, but I have...
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing...
Maybe. Shady-looking guys came in. They went their way.
Maybe Claire really is tracking down your gun.
Of course. Sure thing. Sure, man. Let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling? I'm not purchasing any more clothing at the moment. Another time, perhaps. Have you tried it before?
The lieutenant steps away, pretending to admire some of the...
If you say so. Here you go, man.
Yes, darling. That's the coalition government ordained Parolidon. Straight into your gut.
I respect your decision, officer.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of...
This is Precinct... Just a second. Sylvie Malaika. Yes. Oh, great. What else do you need, detective?
You hear...
Anything else I can help you with, officer? Just a second, officer.
10-2, 10-5, this. 10-4, what's your status? Over. 10-18, 10-20, over. State your message, sir. Over. 10-4, I hear you.
Is it him? What does he want?
He says he needs money.
Don't give that asshole anything. He's just gonna drink it all.
Right. That's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over. He says he's in trouble. Doesn't have a...
Well, I guess he'd better crack the case before...
Vicmar said... Listen.
What is he saying?
Did you want anything else, sir? Many of your colleagues are...
What? I thought you had your shit together. This is nearing a complete meltdown.
Let us address them now, sir. Over. 10-4. Your badge should have most of your personal details. 10-9, repeat message, over. 10-4, message received. This is...
10-22, the captain.
Any other good news?
He's saying he lost his badge.
He what? He lost...
Who lost his badge?
Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you...
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name. Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
He says this has probably happened to other policemen before.
Oh, goddamn it. Is he fucking kidding?
Satellite Officer Vicmar is wondering if you might be...
Mullen dicked us.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
What's going on?
Super Cop here lost his...
He lost his what now?
His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
10-9, come again.
New heights even for...
Ask him. Ask him if... Sergeant Orson wants to know...
Oh, fuck. Even before you can get the words out, everything gets scrambled in your brain.
He says he didn't lose his gun, or his phone.
Ask him to describe it. His gun, not his phone.
Satellite Officer McLean.
The fuck do you need a gun for? Look at the pythons on your arms. You are a gun. The biggest one in the world.
He says it's...
Sounds like it.
Detective Mullen has done it.
Dear God, he lost his gun.
This isn't really a...
Mac can face a giant...
Oh, I can't... I'm not going to ask him.
Now is a good time to say fuck and ass and so on. That'll make this...
He acknowledged it.
Lay off.
Satellite Officer... I'm going to repair this. Officer, do you need further assistance? Roger that. 10-10. Over.
This is the Couperie Cinema.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio.
Now it's turning into a kind of a... Huh? The bosses, man. Dunno.
This coin-operated viewer, your money disappears, the curtains on the display open. The lenses shift. The ghost, it looks as if it was a...
Really?
The city.
Just an ordinary...
진짜 졸리다.
A small mountain of colorful...
Wonderful board game. Rpgra매 is a fun game of economic competition, but can get quite... Don't be so hard on yourself. For playing with friends, I'd recommend suzerainty.
An endless... There's also books in a board game set. There's a box that... Nonsense for anemic Beano clods.
Lousy. I've heard. Wonderful board. Rpgra매 is a fun game of friends... For playing with friends, I'd recommend suzerainty.
The plaque on the shelf reads...
I would say the book is also very perhaps for a...
Do her words.
Certainly. It's...
You feel like you should get this one. Browsing through suddenly, high speed next to...
I really must... I'm sorry, I did not mean...
Several maps. The maps look old. This large map, Ozon, disintegrating in the northeast. A dust mite stands. You can, on kite, lost little pearls. The ocean breaks connections to other worlds. You have little idea. Perhaps they are God. The north coast of a verdant island is shaped to the east. Hudon. It's so small. No, it's not really a map. Still, it's detailed. Could be.
I'm sorry, officer. The map, they're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of that old thing, from when some design, they didn't get that far, for some reason. A shame the project never got going. Would be nice if someone...
Slowly.
Perhaps not. It's against RCM policy to defraud small business owners.
Always good to be informed of your...
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item further.
Some kind of superstar. This bookstore, amidst the point of the book, it serves platinum wholeness. When it's up to it's your own fault if you're... The book features... There's even a chapter on the ancient... These shelves are...
Oh, crime! You're a police officer.
Sex crimes did pique your interest, but still, crime fiction. These books great. Furthermore, what's more, they completely ignore. There's not a single mention of all the stress this work creates. You see, Dick Mullen on the job. Get me Mullen. A killing is declared. Dick Mullen in the murder house. The fine owner. Turns out he faked it to solve a case. Yes, there's tragedy cool. After all this, you still haven't found the answer to your attempt to grasp at the answer fails. It seems very close by. Crime fiction. Furthermore, what's not as you see? Yes, tragedy. After all,
oh, crime! You're...
Sex crimes did pique your interest. You see.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only. Nothing. Now please go back to browsing the books. Don't you feel...
She speaks almost as if, oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away, you see some kind of charm. Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is... The curtains.
Nothing.
She speaks oddly enough, the more she tried. Just as you're about to...
Sir, don't touch that. Parapsychologically speaking, we're done.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone...
Why? It's not like anyone was killed there. I am sorry. I don't mean to be so impolite. Just please don't go there. I can't allow that. No, it's just a storeroom for the employees. I told you. You do? My God. Even more reasons not to mess with the curtains. No! Please just talk to me, officer.
Lies. Rip the curtains, tattered with age and covered in... You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture.
I warned you. You're unleashing forces beyond your understanding.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands. What if you just break it down? You smash into the wood and see a small crack appear on the door frame. It's going to take one more try to break through to the...
You're not thinking of trying again, are you?
부셔먹었어. 뭐야?
What is this place? No, I doubt the electricity still works.
An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
Yes, because it's closed. No need to look for a surprise. Yes?
Barbell light. It's 60 kilograms. There are no collars on the barbell. This is a safety hazard.
실패했다 이거. 이러지 않았어.
You managed to hoist it off the ground, but even your body has failed you. It's a miracle you didn't injure yourself.
Proper weightlifting gloves would definitely afford a better... You're right. The weight may fall off. Better not touch it then. It would be a violation of EPIS safety.
뭐지?
It's dark. And the flashlight works a lot better if you hold... Yes, you might even... Right.
Some areas are in...
This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube
The radio computer. We have one of these down at the station.
The machine lights up like it's empty, like a beehive. The filament you have would fit perfect like a smooth draw. The filament slides into place on the keyboard. bar of fabric right above the keyboard. Oh no. It was all... The static gets louder.
Good afternoon. Fortress accident en rue de Sanguet. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule? Yes, I am alive. I am 74 years old and my name is Yvonne.
She repeats passwords. Programming people are all paranoid.
I work as a repeater at the East Insulindian repeater station. It's my job to know where you are, Fortress Accident. As for me, well...
Doesn't it get lonely, sitting there all by herself?
Lonely? Why would it get lonely?
That's why she does.
Now please tell me the reason for your call. The filament you have inserted into the reader. Yes. Is that the production schedule? Good. Please repeat the password. Received. I will register.
That sounds bad. Don't worry.
Fortress accident. Fortress accident is one moment. Fortress accident.
That's not bad.
Any other questions? Good. Please, no. Still no. I am contractually obliged to protect the privacy.
I'm afraid we are not doing that.
Now, can you please repeat the received?
Don't worry.
Fortress accident. Thank you.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering. Casting, nothing happens. The filament slides out of its glowing nest. This old file, the whole thing resembles Kadran mosaic history classes, student radio frequencies, it seems. UKV1 unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular. You think so? The web is comprised of looks like a surveillance program. Whoever decides to call in to all of this is gone. There's no way
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the schedule. I know Doom when...
Nothing. It's just lying. The whole thing resembles... Your flashlight, some of the writing, these lithe, pointy-eared creatures, translucent Welkins, with one of the Welkins towering. It's Vara Hamira, a high Welkin, the Haldor, the Tworg, the humans.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little Welkin creatures. This looks like concept art. Some people really like... political commentary. Just look at those...
And for what? The photo collage depicts entire oceans have been... You see primitive oil rigs, albeit dark and cold. A pinned postcard read, "This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. As time goes on, the numbers in..."
Looks like they didn't make it.
A note in the bottom left, the handwriting is only partly legible.
Okay. What do you think is going on? No, that's not it. It looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games. Indeed, those Welkin.
Super cool.
Through call-in stations. None of the pretenders the game master frequency that listens in on the smaller...
His fascination has swept aside other concerns for them.
Not to my knowledge, but I don't think anyone has attempted... No idea. Through call-in standards the game master...
His fascination has swept aside...
Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but... It's too late for that, I'm afraid. Okay, let's keep moving.
you see a terrifying ice. This ice bear is a hypercon. The bear looks oddly realistic. The lieutenant doesn't answer. A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. The lieutenant takes a peek inside.
Of course, just a giant ice bear shaped. Let's take a look inside.
The shelves are empty. Or you pocket the note and the little fridge. A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glow.
Good question. It looks like I know. What is even worse?
The fridge buzzes. The note is written with a blue pencil on a...
Does it say...
This is tangential at best. Someone has scribbled. S. I can't believe the off-site copy. You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home. A.
Really? You don't have a single guess? Oh, I'm sure that child would love to get his hands on the filament memory. Even if he doesn't know what to do with it, he'd probably try to pawn it for speed, based on our encounter. Looks like someone from that radio game company upstairs. That's a plausible hypothesis. It belongs inside a radio computer. I don't know. I assume it...
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something...
Your hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs, rummaging around.
Are these any good?
Most of them are rusty and inoperable.
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way. It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable.
He likes them.
Seems like an old bunker from the...
A few bricks have fallen off. This orange machine is buzzing. You slip your fingers under the frozen. If you want to try again.
Equip the pry bar by go...
This orange machine, turning the crank, feels oddly satisfying. Like stirring, the ice squeaks beneath the pry bar. You see the pry bars.
Yeah, well, that's a good pry. I have no idea, officer.
Sooner or later, you will stumble. A thick layer of cold.
Looks like it. Looks like an old central... No one has used it in ages.
It's dark and grimy here.
What are you doing? Wait, really?
It's dark.
What are you doing? Wait, really? You should investigate. See if someone's upstairs.
It's dark.
What are you doing? Wait, really?
A lush layer of coal. Maybe you could paint something. Still, it's a hollow ring that goes through the furnace. Your toe hurts. Two cables, an electric sizzle. The room is somewhere in the dark. Something close to you.
Why did you do that?
The lieutenant raises his brows. Somewhere, a machine hums along with the current.
뭐 하는데요? 여기 나왔네? Where is my shotgun?
You broke down the back door, the wards, the door. I suppose it's all over now. Just a door? This place is cursed, Detective. I hope you're happy now. Happy that you've ruined everything. Now, of course you didn't. You're nothing but... All right. You know what? I'm willing to let you investigate the doomed commercial area.
Her facade has dropped. Now you see the cure.
But before we go on, tell me, did you encounter the You did? Then it has to be true. I've suspected that this woman-shaped energy must be connected to the curse ever since I first saw her. Yes, that chimney is part of the building. Some unnatural magic, I assume.
If you're really interested in cracking this mystery, then we should go back to the furnace.
Okay, but please, only a few questions. The curse is so much worse than it's the curse of financial Everyone knows that all the previous companies in this there's something wrong with this building.
Sounds familiar.
Truly so? Perhaps the dark end. It's not good to talk about the curse, not in...
Wow. Void, such wraiths may prove...
Yes, I've contacted numerous. The wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the darkness. Oh, this? No, it's a special There are numerous spells cast throughout the... Yes. The Simonees are very crafty.
The woman before you scans the... Tiles on the cube are... Nothing happened. It's empty. Like the filament you have, like a smooth draw. The filament, nothing happens. The speaker comes...
Good evening. Please repeat. Good. Please proceed.
Don't worry.
Fortress accident. Is there... Thank you.
Tiles on the cube are... The filament slides out of its glowing neck.
세상에 씨.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it. Something breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow. You hear a low rumble upstairs, the sound of a curtain being...
After you, officer.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a... This orange machine is buzzing. The ice squeaks beneath the pry bar.
Yeah, well, I have no idea.
Sooner or later, you will... This orange machine, turning the crank, feels oddly satisfying.
아 이거 뭐 어쩌라는 거야? 공략이 뭐 이런 게 없으니까.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
뭐 칸막이는 뭐 어떻게 간다는 거야?
What have you found?
올라갈 수 있구나. 뭐야?
Hello, I'm Nia. Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. So what kind of die are you looking for?
She's got a direct view to the backyard.
Yes, Amelie is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these. Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you. Then how did you get inside? By the south entrance? You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. Let's talk dice. Did you have something specific in mind? I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name.
As she speaks, her bone-like fingers fiddle with it. Role-playing games? You know the one made by Fortress.
Very good. Take a look around and see if there's any particular. How did I become one? Some of my friends were role players. Not especially. I like work.
She's thankful for the security.
Of course. Tell me what you have in mind. What do you mean by cursed? All right. How about I surprise you? Maybe you have some other idea? A star that fell from the firmament? Yes, you definitely have the proper 10 real, and I can get these ready in 8 hours. It's true, magnetic dice are. Maybe you have some other ideas for dice? I think I have just the right one for you.
Police colors.
Not the most original, I know, but sometimes here, catch. They're a gift from me.
You overthink it. Your hand.
Down the drain, like your career. I apologize, officer. That comment was unnecessary. That one is made of bloodstone with a lapis lazuli. It's a shame. They might have brought you. Now, was there anything else? We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know. But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken. So I had to build myself a
Creative.
Nothing really. I did.
The lieutenant looks at his note.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard.
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on. Well, there's always something going on in the whirling. During daytime, there are usually those kids, but I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night. I might have. But in this case, it's really hard to make anything out in the yard. It's an odd profession.
She nods.
Anything else, officer? I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true. Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energy spared her somehow? All right, but it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling in rags? Some people say it's part of the building complex. And then there is me. I've been here for 14 years, selling novelty.
It's because she's in cahoots with the demons.
Malignant entity? What does that even mean?
The jig is up. The she-demon knows you've uncovered her true identity.
Exactly. Truth is open. I'm glad we got this sorted out. Anything else I can help? More or less.
Rats scuttle in the dark.
Yes, I think it was called Androgynous Orlando or something similar.
You wouldn't like it either. The others would laugh at you.
You're right. It looks like you haven't let anyone near you. It wasn't merely a gym. It was Artemitep's boxing club. A community project. A kind man. From Zemsk. I heard, Kuno. Who's Kuno? Oh, you mean the kid with the sailor's mouth? I think it would take more than a gym to help that kid. It didn't. If anything, it made the youth situation in Martinez.
You should have known it.
Eventually, the coalition took away the funding. Oh, this one's a mess. Turns out, and they never cleaned up the debris either. It's a sub-Rosa radio station that brought...
What does she mean?
Don't worry, the ICP has a separate division.
Good luck with that. It's not... You mean Mr. Fabron, the taxi...
But what drugs exactly?
He got high on some weird taxidermy chemicals. I wouldn't recommend it.
Even you can probably do better. You can almost see it. A small...
There used to be a fashion atelier here, but I have forgotten that. Yeah, the atelier didn't know it either. They produced this, and you know how woke, and, naturally, oh, the most fashion... Really?
Poor guy. Suddenly, you get...
They were made by a company called Slipstream. Honestly, I think it's quite funny. The usual, I'm...
Men like that.
Sure, I have no idea why those kids... Fortress Accident, the radio game studio.
She liked them.
They were an interesting bunch. We talked about roleplay. They certainly took their work the usual. They ran out of money. Well, I did hear them talking at times. They seemed to believe they were historical individuals. That's what I thought. Because when the money's... In the end, they just didn't get it done. They...
Showing up to work on time is hard.
Not the wisest decision. You would have lost anything else? Oh boy, the fabled Revachol ICT. The place was owned by two guys who had some rather innovate. There was really just one. And it involved picking... And by man the booth, I'm...
Fritta does the same thing.
Employing silky teenage girls is a white, and they already had the bear. The bear. Of course not. The bear was terrifying. No, eventually Revachol ICT lost the price war to its rival. Glass, maybe. He said that the bear was
scary, but cool.
Megatherion, a mega wild beast. It's an imaginary by telling you to do...
A wise and noble beast, guiding you toward the land where the...
Do you? Well, good anyway. Now you know the story.
The temperature has dropped.
Anything else? Another failed business, perhaps? Oh, right. I hope you didn't try to ring me. I think none of those doorbells work, including mine.
The doorbell with the empty name.
That's right. I haven't even written my name there. As I said, you could say so.
If the whirling is part of the same building, then it's...
Right. It used to be a gaming arcade. It's my advice.
Agreed. Pinball is the worst.
His disdain for pinball couldn't...
It can't be true. They don't work here anymore. Are you sure it was Slipstream SCA? Was it a woman? Maybe it was placed Tricentennial Electrics? It used to be a major electric company 100 years ago. Are you sure pranks can be eerie? Oh, the kids these days. We were just one of them, and now they're... Sure, I'm listening. I'm pretty sure it still doesn't work, but sure. What do you want? Sure, I'm listening. Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. What else? I'm listening. Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. What else?
You feel nothing.
Excuse me.
Officer!
Undressing in a stranger's place of business? Yeah.
Miss, I apologize for my colleague's behavior. He's still...
완전 맛이 갔구나.
What have you found? And also, do buy the books. Then a novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep. I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the school?
Just don't say you don't have any answer yet. The uncertainty is killing her.
Too many inconsistencies. What kind of talk is that? Yes, because her business consists of the psychic. I see that you've fallen for her manipulation. Thank you for nothing. Please, do buy some books, or be on your way.
Wow. Total psychic collapse.
I am sorry we had to disappoint you, ma'am. Can we go now?
We're still waiting for Ellie. What is this? Are you mocking us? This isn't for pétanque.
Now. No need to get angry again, René.
Trying is versus... Fine. You try to right a wrong. It's still a gram better than actual nothing. Ah, yes!
Oh, absolutely.
Cocaine.
A superpower, feared and respected decisively, without fear of offending the sensibilities of the frail and weak mind. Revachol would be a different place if...
Don't get started on...
The carabiner doesn't reply.
Oh, old Philippe was a big...
You can't even take the risk. That's why the Philippe...
I'm satisfied.
Of course.
Philippe Zitter was even brought into this world with the help of cocaine. The court made it...
Please, officer, don't...
Yes, indeed. We're...
Right. It's a Belle McGrave. 4 point... This one's inoperable. The bolt spring is missing and the mechanism is jammed shut. I'm not surprised. There are probably lots. As for the rifle, I don't know what else to tell you.
All you observed.
This is the unit.
Don't you mean...
You do not...
There's something you missed. You see a heavy...
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. I love those. Yes.
아, 지친다 이거 뭐.
The door is closed. Still no answer. Still, he doesn't like it. You should punch a fucking hole in. The murmur in your ears.
왜 안 열려? 들어가지도 못해?
Yes? Me? I don't see how my life is that's a fair point. That's correct.
That makes him a Binoclad. Completely
Are they? They are mostly just
You could use a good
That's because I'm half Zeolite, or quarter. It's a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity, and a geographic division. I told you it wouldn't be. I can see you're disappointed. You are right to be. I don't speak a word of Zeolite. No.
The lieutenant nods.
What do you mean? I have no idea what you're talking about. I can't say that it...
The lieutenant produces his... That's where his... You're super lucid, yet psycho...
Good. Let's change the subject.
Hello again. Whatever do you mean? Ah, yes. Probably roll with me by the Fletch.
To the left.
Is this about the question? A warehouse? I don't know. Maybe.
She scrunches up her...
Fine. For it doesn't have a warehouse. Just a little back room here. Okay?
The tear machine. Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears.
Kuno care?
What's going on? Is an ungovernable youth on your crime scene?
Get your snout out of Kuno. You should give up, Popo.
You okay, Kuno?
That went wrong. He took it as a compliment. Then he had a...
Kuno doesn't...
There he still is, looking right through you. As you breathe in,
They do after 7 days, yes. We should have a look at that belt before we even consider taking him.
As you narrow your eye, this is a trick. Only the lower extremities up.
I see it.
The monster comes back into...
So, what do you think? I do. Most of them...
Stop talking.
It means you fucked him up good, Kuno!
Agreed. Everything here seems to corroborate that assumption.
A pool of blood and feces as...
The victim appears to have...
The fuck he's saying?
Talking about shit.
Did we? I agree. Totally dead. Dabba-doob-doob dead.
But there is no breath. The material appears delicate, and these are clearly not boots.
Indeed. Ceramic under the heel. Fair weather.
A small... Suddenly your biceps coil up. Your elbow...
It's anything but...
Faint, organic lines.
That's for it. Just some...
He's not actually sure.
I agree. It is. We've requested for a full... By catching, do you mean... Let's not log them as a... It means disciplinary. The locals... We should keep a lookout for these...
If you wear those pieces, it will help me protect...
No. He must have worn something precious. Someone could have cleaned the yard.
I hear you, cop, talking shit about the Kuno. You wanna fuck me, huh? You wanna fuck the Kuno?
They usually hang them.
What? Are you trying...
Kuno, this boots shit is super boring, and the guys are total...
The cadaver slowly twists on the cup. The hangman... Oh my. Vermilion, in yellow letters.
No, you should not. Industrial strength. You can use for... Yes, it looks like they use whatever was on... The brief suggested as much. Politically motivated, but then you should ask me the first moment we get. It's not merely this makes getting him down much. A noose is what... That ladder can't carry you.
Could be. The shape of the cadaver had an intricate...
A map of...
As if...
Show him.
He takes a thin piece.
An instant color. I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to...
A sound. A shrill flash. Followed by the breaking of a...
In case we need it. It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, sure.
The glassy-eyed corpse looks but his dark brown hair grows on his head. The corpse...
Who is he?
The corpse looks right through you as you...
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some...
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt.
Kuno doesn't...
There are several footprints in them. An intricate web of blue lines. It still kind of looks like gone. For you to discover. You've got gone. The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece.
Oh, I'm sure that child would love to get his hands on the filament.
An old call box with a matrix of push. No, hold on. You hear the same waiting room music, but no one picks up the receiver anymore. A row of mugs sits.
Oh.
Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You, Jack Beaton, my maiden name. I meant you. Nothing, honestly. I've said it to every drunk. I'm glad to see you here. I was dispatched to handle a
That is good to hear, madame.
There's a trace of irony in his voice.
How interesting. Why, yes I am. Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. Yes, we are. We are. And the city... I haven't...
Actually, that's more... It's for cross...
Neither is this. At all. The boat? No. It is called... It's a pleasure craft. A 19... My sloop?
I'm enjoying it.
I really do.
Officer, I assure...
The crowns of her teeth. Qualified pleasure.
Why wouldn't it be? This is Revachol. Good. What we do... The Pines' core competency is logistics, and that is the terminal. Another subdivision. I'm not at liberty to discuss the company balance sheet, but I can...
$1 billion?
20 billion is a large number, but a conglomerate the size of the Wild Pines is like... They started as centuries of care, deliberation, and madness. You mean aside from being the term... There are no minor cogs in the system.
With your help, hopefully.
Everything. First, you'd have to repeal the Emergencies Act. Good luck is only kept in place...
What the man means is that he...
But I am derailing us. I believe the official title is...
And how are the
They're not. Now they won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter 20... Yes. Jean... Let's say I was not...
And when did you?
I arrived 3 weeks ago.
But the strike...
I wasn't the original...
This isn't the first...
Heavens, no. There have been Mr. Clare told... Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see. Yes. Extremely. There are leaflets everywhere. Every worker, a member of the board. In its defense, another said, demand democracy. Pretty tame stuff compared. Fortunately, they explained it. Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. They're having a blast. I'm not sure. And now...
Excuse me, from whom did you...
I first heard it from the bowyer at the gates. The one who...
This checks out.
The scabs, if they were organized by Wild Pines...
It's implied.
Everard Clare is a man of the... Of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick... He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen. Yes, Edgar looks exactly like... It's how they circumvent the term limits. The débardeurs he organized...
A mob. The débardeurs...
Refreshingly honest offer. And your opinion, detective? Why do you think so? Well, I suppose that's one way. I'm glad you asked.
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local... Downright haunting. The point of the presentation is...
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just...
Of course. How else can I help? That's the man who was killed. Better not tie the fourth day to the bat's day on this.
She wants to answer the question.
Quite a few things The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced. And this is my colleague from Precinct 41.
Oh. And what happened to yours, detective?
Awkwardness washes over the conversation.
I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge? Oh, dear. I do believe you.
As I said, ma'am, he's...
Of course, I sympathize.
Hang on. She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of feelings.
I assure you, it is no small matter for me either.
She's silent. The wind flaps the sail.
Officer. You know...
You're doing it.
I'll be frank with you. The Union is conducting all...
Detective, a word in private before...
Wow, you work hard. Oh, yes. You hustle. Oh, yeah. Look at yourself. That is the sign of a hustler who never gives up. That's just what it's... It ain't easy, but you do it. Day in... Yeah, you're in the cells. Sure, Sure. Are you rich? That's right. You work harder than anyone. You almost rode yourself to the grave, and you're... Because of the taxes, every time you wipe your ass, they got their 98% of all your money. Here you go, hustler. Fight the right...
We should think... Let's talk to him anyway. An officer of the RCM shouldn't be sleeping.
Though he finds this situation
This is not going quite as I hoped it would. Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to... This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your...
He doesn't let it show, but there is a limit to how much the consequences are.
I'm sure you will, Detective. Oh, that would be fun. You could request a new one from the station, but that...
돈은 얼마 있는 거야?
Can I help you? Yes. Have you got it? Does that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me?
I understand your predicament. I feel I must remind you that we are here to conduct an important investigation.
Forgive me for saying this, but your colleagues...
He shrinks back a bit under the lieutenant's severe gaze.
I mean no offense. It's really nothing personal. I just have to protect the interests of this establishment. Not until you bring me the...
Okay. I might have something in my motor carriage we can use. When you're...
I really didn't want to resort to this. The man is thinking.
Oh, Lieutenant. We're done. Yes. Have you got it? Does that arrangement include you paying me what we already... As a police officer, you must evidence being money. Good luck trying to use it. All the locks have an electronic component. They have to be... Oh, wonderful. Try to do that. I'll have to call you an ambulance. Oh, wonderful. Try... Not until you...
Okay. I might have something in my...
I really didn't want to risk...
Oh, Lieutenant. We're...
Inside, you see a set of steering levers.
I have something here.
Transport enclosure. The cage at the back of the motor carriage.
I confiscated this for a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down by the Martinez Canal. All right, let's not take them now. Then come back once we realize we have to. Have this conversation again, and then take them. Yes? What do you want to know? Good. Excuse me? Detective, if I may be frank, you seem to... Some you time? This is... Please do. We wouldn't want your regiment.
권력을 가진 사람에겐 너그러운 법인. 그렇지.
The boombox is on the one, especially catchy. Just make sure it works before you buy it.
Hello? Sure. Let me have a look. Oh, no. A photic path? Counter radiance net. Anything else you're thinking of selling? Another time, perhaps.
It was clear just an hour ago. I'm a nighthawk. What can I say?
stands the drawer. The already familiar cold touch. The machine swallows your coin and seems to be waiting for you. It's unclear whether you actually have muscle. Undoubtedly. Sure, nothing tricky about that.
아, 가차운도 없고.
This is the night watchman's booth.
If you must. But please hurry.
Nothing incriminating. It's a black and white photo of a young couple. Rene looks like he's about to...
Why did you take that picture of Rene? You're really interested in that old soldier. Not sure I understand.
This is...
Raise the sand has...
따라따라.